T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, where you not hardcore? Let you live hardcore. And the letter of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're rocking.
What's up, everybody? It's time to get this season officially kicked off. We've had kickoff specials, but we've had a lot of bumps in the road this offseason in the Hardcore Challenge. But it's time to get knee deep in it, as it's the Hardcore Challenge Live official season 14 prediction special. Thank you for joining me. This is Hardcore Challenge Live, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, if you didn't know, is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. Because if you're not playing in the Hardcore Challenge, you're playing some minor league, bush league shit, just hoping you get a chance to get an invite to get in. Because this is a pinnacle of fantasy football competition. These guys game all the way to the end. We've got owners we've put together over 14 years. We've even got a couple new fish in this year as well. So we've got some old, we've got some new. Things are going to be interesting. But tonight, we make it official. We put it down. We mark it down. And we make our official predictions as we get ready for season 14. Where the hell did it go? Damn it. There it is. Are you ready? Let's get it. Hardcore Challenge, season 14 predictions. Season 14 predictions. This is the other league, JoJo. Wrong league. This is the Hardcore Challenge. This is the big league. You're in the Raider League. We had that draft last weekend. This is the other league. There will be we'll be doing shows and segments for that league, but that's not tonight. Wednesday night is Hardcore Challenge show night, and it always will be, and it will be all season long. So this is Hardcore Challenge. So, as you see, we've got the divisions up north. We've got the Great White North, the Elite East, the Wild West, and the Dirty South of the AFC and the NFC. We're going to give predictions of who wins each division, who will be the two wild cards in each division, who will win each conference, and who will walk away hoisting the Mandich Cup in Hardcore Bowl 14. So, here we go. Let's get after it, shall we? I know. We're all sitting here with bated breath. Ready? Great White North. We're going to start in the AFC. The NFC has run shit. They've won the cup the last 3 years. We're starting out in the the AFC, and I think the Great White North, I am picking Knox Vegas Anarchy to win the Great White North of the AFC this season. That is my selection. Over in the Great White North of the NFC conference, I am picking a division champion who has never won a division crown in 2 stints in Hardcore Challenge action. I'm picking lucky number 11. It was very tight atop the Great White North in the NFC last year, and I think lucky number 11 is going to step forward. It's going to step forward. Moving back over to the AFC, the Elite East of the AFC. Last year, this division was won by Bison Broncos. It was also won in 2019 by Bison Broncos, 2016, 2015, 13, 12. And again, it will be won by Bison Broncos in 2022 as the Elite East is theirs once again. They'll go back to back. The Elite East of the NFC. The Elite East of the NFC. This division has spawned three straight Hardcore Bowl champions. This is the toughest division in the league right now, and this was, I think, the toughest call. But I'm picking Pack Attack is back to win the division for the second straight year. They're the two-time defending champion, and I just don't. The other guys faltered and fell off at the end of the year. Take It Deep and Knoxville Assassins both tripped over their dick going down the stretch, and until somebody knocks them off, I still think they're the class of the Elite East. I'm giving them back-to-back division championships. They won they won it all as a wild card. Last year they won it all as a division champion, and are going to win a division championship again and go back in and try to defend the crown for a third time. So we'll see. That's my pick there. In the Wild West of the AFC, it's been King Salami jumped up last year and claimed this division under the influence. Got in. Matt was in the playoffs for the first time in a long fucking time last year, since 2015, as he got back in the postseason. So this is an interesting one, but I am picking Stinky Pinky to jump back up. He had the same record as I did last year, 8-6, hot at the end, had a ton of points scored, was a very hot and powerful team in the league, just missed the postseason just like me. We were standing at the threshold, the door was shut in our fucking face, and we didn't get in. But damn it, I think he busts back in and he wins the Wild West this season. He's my pick to win. Over in the Wild West of the NFC, we've had some upheaval as the defending division champ, Mo Betta Butta, exited. He went ghost, can't get a hold of him, and we had to replace him as an owner. And we've got Cheesehead stepping in, one of our second youngest owners, and I believe there's going to be a little change of the guard in this division. We've got the Renegade Outlaws now, right? That what we are? Yeah, Renegade Outlaws now. Mo Betta Butta's out. Donkey Punch is down. Donkey Punch is coming in with keepers of Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. He's sprawled out stone cold on a fucking massage bed right now. I'm picking Black Hole to win this division. I think it's ripe for the picking. Somebody's got to step up and be the dog in this division, and I think it's going to be the Black Hole. So I'm picking Lions to step forward. In the Dirty South of the AFC, same thing. We had an unfortunate exit of a division champ, and I am picking. I'm sorry, Reggie just ain't doing shit with Bucker Raider 2002. He's just tripping over himself at every corner. So it's basically between me and All Pro Afro, because I can't pick Ryan yet because I haven't seen how he's gonna do in the league. So I'm not picking him up the top. Usually new owners struggle a little bit more than they don't in the first season. So I'm picking the Commish's Raw Dog Nation to win the Dirty South of the AFC.
Okay, boss. In your face, sucker!
All right. And in the Dirty South of the NFC, he was the #1 seed last year, and he's been knocking around the top of the NFC for a couple seasons, and I don't see any reason that he's not going to win this division again. He comes in locked and loaded again. I think Willie's Bandits win the Dirty South in the NFC again. I do believe he was a 12-win team last year, tops #1 seed in the AFC, lost in a very tight 2-point game in his first game after getting that first round bye, but I think he bounces back and he wins the division again. Wild cards in your AFC. Wild cards in your AFC. 2 of them you got to have. I'm picking Answer to the Master. Tom, I do believe, gets in as a wild card. Also joining him, I believe Matt with Under the Influence gets back in the postseason from the Wild West, as we have 2 from the Great White North, who I think is going to be the strongest division in the AFC this year, spawning into there, and 2 from the Wild West, who I think is going to be the second strongest division in the AFC. Now, over in the NFC, 2 wild cards coming from there as well, and I believe the strongest division in the league will spawn 2, and I believe the second will be Knoxville Assassins. I don't believe Take It Deep is going to make the playoffs. I'm picking Brian to just miss the playoffs this season. It's just too damn strong a division, and I think only 2 will make it, and 1 will fall by the wayside. And I'm picking one of our newer owners to make it in the postseason. He made it in last year as well. Changed his name up, Bucknuts. I'm putting Bucknuts in the postseason as a wild card. So there's your playoff field. There's your 12 right there. Lock it, load it, man. That's your postseason. All the rest of it's just, just for fun. Because we already know. I'm not going to be wrong. Sure. Winning the AFC. Out of these 6, it's going to come down to 1 left standing. I'm picking Knox Vegas Anarchy to be in Hardcore Bowl 14, duking it out on the other side with new blood in the NFC. It's going to be Knox Vegas Anarchy against the Black Hole. New blood, I think with the shakeup in the Wild West, it's coming with some solid keepers, man. Coming with some solid keepers. So I got Black Hole against Knox Vegas Anarchy in Hardcore Bowl 14. And I've got the AFC taking it back and knocking the NFC smacking straight in the mouth and winning it all in Hardcore Bowl 14 as we bring the cup back to the AFC side of the house. And that's how it's going to shake out. There you go. That's it. That's the whole season right there. All wrapped up, all nice and pretty. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now we just got to play it. But I'm picking Knox Vegas Anarchy. I'm picking Knox Vegas Anarchy, and we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. I like my playoff field. I feel pretty secure about the playoff field. I think I will do better than not with the playoff field. So we'll see. We'll see. So you know how we do it here, man. We start at the top. Right? You know how we do it. We start at the top. And then we got to go to the bottom. So we'll talk about my predictions for last place in the AFC and the NFC. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Somebody's got to be the bottom. Somebody's going to be the dumpster fire of the AFC and the NFC. It's going to be somebody. In the AFC, I'm picking to finish dead last. Number 16. Tripping over themselves. Crawling across the finish line. Maybe winning 1. Hell, maybe winning 0. Maybe winning 1, 2. That's all they're going to get. Goddamn Homer got a whole slew of Bucks keepers. Buckerator 2002, Reggie ain't going to do much better than he did last season, where he was down near the bottom, and I think he'll be down at the bottom this season. I'm sorry, Reggie. I'm sorry. Your track records. I'll give you 2019 because you took over a team a month into the season. But we'll give you 2020, 2021. You've no playoffs, no nothing, nowhere near the top. Terrible last year. I'm picking Buckerator 2002 to sit at the bottom. And on the other side, I mentioned it earlier as a little teaser. Donkey Punch, I think, is going down the toilet. 2 of his keepers are Deshaun Watson, who's out for 11 games. So he's basically out your entire regular season of fantasy football. And he's missing DeAndre Hopkins as well, who's out half of your fucking fantasy regular season. So 2 of your keepers are basically no good. So you're building this whole team out of the draft, basically. He's missing 2 of his top weapons, and he didn't do well last year, and I think that continues this year. Donkey Punch had been near the top, but that was with Deshaun Watson doing what Deshaun Watson does when he's allowed to actually play football and not be some sort of weird sexual predator. But that's not what he's doing anymore. And without D-Hop, without Deshaun Watson, I think that team is going down the toilet, and I'm picking them at the bottom of the NFC. So Donkey Punch, Buck a Raider. It's not going to be a good season for either one of those guys. It's just not. It's just not. One more thing I want to touch on. Games of the week.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It's time
Is this not why you are here?
for the Hardcore Challenge Game of the Week.
Next Wednesday, we will break down both of the games of the week as we are going to have two games of the week to start out this season, because I'm looking, and there's a big game in the NFC, and there's a big game in the AFC, and I just couldn't pick between the two. It's the beginning of the season, so we're gonna pick two. I'm gonna let you know what they are, and we're gonna break them down next week in depth as we get ready for the season. Of course, this Sunday is the draft. Don't be ready, man. Get in there 30 minutes ahead of time. The draft goes live, so make sure you're there. Make sure you're ready 30 minutes ahead of time. Get in. Make sure your draft board's all set. Make sure you've got everything ready, because at 6 p.m. Eastern, the AFC kicks off. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, the NFC kicks off. And it's about time for freaking Season 14 to get underway. Absolutely underway. Game of the week in the NFC is Bandits and Bucknuts. It's taking place in the Dirty South. Both of these guys are returning playoff teams. I think I've just picked them both to be playoff teams again. I think this is a big start to the season for both these guys. Willie went 12-2 last season. So this is big. This is a big game right out of the gate for both these guys to establish who's the top dog in the Dirty South of the NFC. And I think you've got the same case for a division that I picked to spawn 2 teams over in the AFC, as you've got Answer to the Master, Tom, our winningest owner, the cup's named after him, facing off against the team that I picked to win it all this season, Kevin and Knox Vegas Anarchy. These guys will be facing it off, division rivals. These guys have traded division championships basically since they've come in, except for that one year where Jake actually played and won a division his first year, and then he fell off, and he ain't won anything since. Don't break that record, Jake. Come on. We're rooting for you. So those are our games of the week. We'll break them down next week on our next edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, as we kind of talk draft, what happened in the draft, and then talk our games of the week and get ready for the first week of NFL action, man. We are right on the threshold. It's draft time for the Hardcore Challenge. It's right on the threshold. We're ready, man. Season 14. Get your draft boards ready. Keepers are locked and loaded. Go check the keeper list. I posted them in the Facebook group. There, you can see who everybody's got. You can go on the league and go click on the teams, and the teams will have the players populated that they do have on their roster. All the rest of them are blanked out, but you can go do it that way as well and click and see who's got who on what team. I just did that before the show. So, thank you for joining me. Next week, we pick game of the week, and we will talk draft, and I will be live this Sunday for probably about the first hour and a half of the draft. Go through the first few rounds with you guys, and then I will jump off to finish my draft as well. But it's the biggest day of fantasy football. It's draft day this Sunday. I'll see you there. Get ready. It's time to get ready. Season 14. You ready for the challenge? Good luck. Game on.